online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Choreography. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, thank you. Yes, we've got Zach in the engineering booth breaking it down for us. Thank you so much for that standing O out there, everybody. Just kidding. What's up, everybody, and welcome to tonight's recap of our favorite dance show, Dance Moms After Show, here at AFTERBUZZ TV. We are your super fans breaking down this season, holding down the fort for you. And tonight we're bringing you season 6, episode 2. 6 years in, yeah. Woo! If that doesn't spell commitment, I don't know what does.
Right.
Right? All right.
We got a lot of routines under our belt at this point.
Yes.
Right.
Just wait.
It was JJ's idea to build a little bit of choreography each week, so that's what we're gonna do. You can let us know how you like it. And
suggest some dance moves for us.
Yes. We want to hear your suggestions if you like this move or that move. There's not a lot you can do here. So anyway, let's introduce ourselves. I'll start by the far left. I got to introduce this gorgeous panel tonight. My goodness.
All these compliments.
What?
I'm blushing. Hey guys, Vivian Adaobi here. You can always chat with me at vivaciously Viv on Twitter and on Instagram. So glad to reclap today.
She is Vivaciously Viv, and we're calling her Vivi tonight.
She's so cute.
Yes. And I'm JJ.
Vivi and JJ.
Yes. Good to see you guys. We're so glad you joined us again for the second episode. This was such an exciting week. At JJ Snyder. Love talking to you guys on the message boards and Twitter and Instagram this week. It was fun.
Thank you, JJ, and I am MJ. Miaira Jennings. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miaira Jennings, and it was great connecting with you guys, so let's keep it going.
Yes, welcome back. We're glad that you like us.
I know. Thank you for welcoming
me.
me.
We got a lot of love for the new panel.
Thank you guys so much
Great.
for that.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm Candice Camacho. You can tweet me at Candice_Camacho. I got a couple great tweets this week. I love it when the fans tweet me some inside scoop, some inside little juicy details. I got a video of Bryns, so that was pretty cool. If you are new to us and you haven't already done so, please head on over to youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Subscribe to our channel. Give us some love. Like, comment. We're live on the chat roll right now. You could comment to us right now. If you're out there on SoundCloud and iTunes, we sincerely appreciate you guys as well. Thank you all so much for watching. If it wasn't for you, our loyal fans, we would not have a show. So, mwah, thank you. And I also want to give my hubby a super quick shout out because he's been out of town and he really wanted me to come out of town, and meet him out of town, and I was like, I'm sorry, I have to host AFTERBUZZ. So, I love you, Mr. Camacho. Okay. All right. So we are season 6, episode 2, Abby versus Melissa.
Ooh.
The showdown we've
thought
all
I'd see
been
that
waiting
coming.
for.
Yeah.
For real.
This is a combination we haven't seen before. And I'm just going to tell you now that I didn't feel the need to document like every single argument that they had like in the episode, but obviously there's a lot of arguments between those two.
The whole episode was an argument between those two.
Right.
It was very long awaited. And it was nice to see that the other moms were actually in support of Melissa on this side.
Right.
For once. That never happens
Especially
either.
since she never really kind of sides with them when it comes to Abby. She's always pretty much been on Abby's side. So it was like, wow.
Yes.
The tables have turned.
Yeah.
Well, the dynamic's different. So
yeah.
Maddie's gone, and now, I mean, it was kind of like a low boil on Mackenzie the whole episode. That's how I felt, like the focus.
That's great.
Yeah.
Ooh, she took a little heat.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
week,
she
right?
did. Yeah. Did you guys? So you guys felt like it was refreshing that Melissa was standing up more for Mackenzie this time?
Definitely, because I feel like she's a little bit more laid back when it comes to Mackenzie's critiques. She's just so focused on Maddie most of the time, and now Maddie's out of the picture, at least for these few episodes, and all the focus is on Mackenzie for her, and she knows she has to step up to the plate. The moms have called her out several times, saying you're not giving Mackenzie that same sort of loyalty, just giving it to Abby, so it's nice that she can focus again.
Yeah, and Holly had several interviews like, you know, what have you been drinking, putting in your water? I want some of that. She's like, you're standing up for your daughter, finally. So, you know, I don't know what changed her mind, but...
Well, Melissa's always kind of a favorite. I mean, it's just like Maddie and Mackenzie. She's a little bit of the favorited mom.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah, and
it's kind of interesting to see things shift.
Exactly, and Maddie's always in the front position, so why would you really say much?
Totally. Exactly.
You know, so I feel like she hasn't stepped in for Mackenzie because she wanted Maddie to go further. So now that Maddie's out,
Mackenzie's turn.
Mackenzie's turn. So, okay, opening to kick it off, Abby is late. She's setting her double standards because she said that only dance matters, and she's late. She comes in, she's a mess. It cut to that part of last episode where she dumps her purse out. That was just like the all-time funniest. She dumps
Hilarious.
that. Yeah,
I
the
love
lady
that
dumps
moment.
her purse out. She has every single thing. Underwear, like
Her hair.
yeah, her hair
goodness.
extensions.
There were like hundreds of items in that purse. That would have made, you know how in some magazines they do like what is in her purse?
Oh, yeah.
That would have been the best
What's in your
magazine
bag?
article. That was obscene.
Yeah.
It's crazy because most moms in general have a lot in their purse, but you own a dance studio, so you have like bobby pins, you know, ties.
There was a cookie,
extra
like a
ties.
hairy cookie.
Oh yeah, the cookie. That was the worst.
Wrapped up.
So
Food and
yeah, so it's obvious that she's frazzled. We know that the lawsuit is going to be a little topic in this episode. Did you feel sorry for her? Crickets.
No.
I know your answer. I know you didn't feel sorry for her.
I don't think I feel sorry for her yet because we haven't seen her address it yet.
Right.
She's kind of, you know, brushing it off her shoulder, like kind of ignoring it and avoiding the topic. She hasn't really spoken about it at all to the moms or the girls or anybody. So I feel like we haven't seen that emotion or that fear from her yet about it. So it's kind of a joke right now, but
Right.
it might get more serious.
I don't feel as much sympathy for her because she doesn't really look sympathetic yet.
Right.
Like, we don't know the details of the case, so for all we know, it's just, you know, not great evidence and just something to blow up on a headline.
Right.
And so all the women are freaking out
Yeah.
because of a headline that might not be true. So maybe that's why Abby's keeping her cool, or kind of.
But we never got to any of the juicy details
Right.
of what was going on. And fans of like this show, we watch it for that type of drama, and I never got it. I was like left hanging.
I think they're building it up because I think the drama, it was really real. I mean, she really is going through some sort of case in real life that we looked up.
Yeah.
And, you know, something to do with 2012 and her finances. And I think they're going to build it up as long as possible on this show.
Yes.
But what I don't like, why I don't have any sympathy for her, is that I just know that she's going to come in and take it out on other people. And it's just so, I just think it's so unfair.
Oh, totally.
Especially little Mackenzie.
Definitely little Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And it's clear from the beginning that she is in a bad mood and she is going to take it out on somebody, because she goes on to say that the last week's win against BDA was a complete gift, and because BDA got disqualified and got points taken off, and so she's basically saying you guys only won because they got disqualified, and that's no way to base your career on, which is completely absurd. They don't do that whatsoever. But sometimes the one-liners in this show, I'm like, oh, that was like the dumbest line ever. So should we get to the pyramid?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have Maddie on the bottom.
Shocking.
She's out of town doing her movie, and then it cuts to Melissa and says, this is Mackenzie's time to shine. I'm like, hasn't it been her time to shine like the whole 6 years?
Right.
Like,
Definitely.
you know, I was annoyed. I'm like, you should have been saying that a long time ago.
It shouldn't just be because Maddie is gone. Mackenzie has been her daughter the whole time, and she's been on the team the whole time. So.
Agreed. Kalani, she was on the bottom too because she wasn't there. I'm just blown away at how gorgeous that girl is.
I know.
I love Kalani.
Was that a new headshot?
It had to have been.
That is like ridiculous.
She looks gorgeous. She looks so much older.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Her parents.
I know, right?
She is straight out in the teen years.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, and straight out gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, she's from the beginning getting critiqued on her feet and lines, and then Kendall's on the bottom. The next tier is Nia, so that's a better spot for Nia.
Yes.
But she's there apparently because she got physical with the ball, and she
was
was
kinda
aggressive
weird.
with the ball. But she
I thought, but she got props for turning the ball around.
she did,
When JoJo was kind of had the zipper in front.
yeah. So that was good.
And we acknowledged that last week.
We did.
Guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Next JoJo because she was courageous in the ball.
Yeah.
Great job. Great job in the ball.
Almost at the top.
Yeah, and Bryn is on the top for her win. And thank you to Emma Sophia Jones out there. She tweeted me some stuff of Bryn, and she's like, check this girl out, and she's amazing. Yeah,
I love Bryn.
amazing in her own right. Yeah, she's all over YouTube. She's like her own sensation on YouTube already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She is fabulous. Now, one thing that someone told me also online this week, she was on Dancing with the Stars with Maddie, correct? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. When Maddie did her last appearance last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're headed to the New York Dance Experience. They're going to see the Kardashians in Calabasas. Not really,
It was
but...
hilarious to me that they were so excited about going to Calabasas to see the Kardashians.
I know, right?
In my mind, they're not that they're on a Kardashian level, but I'm like, y'all are fellow reality TV
Yeah,
stars.
right.
That's true.
They have something in common. So that was funny. I'm like, yeah, all right. Okay, so we've got some solos. Kendall's got a solo meltdown. Apparently it's connected to her meltdown from last week that Abby doesn't want to see repeated. Mackenzie and that whole situation. So if you're out there listening on iTunes, way back when Mackenzie was 6 years old, she did this like famous quote. Oh God, I'm forgetting it now.
I don't want
wanna-
to
it seemed
I don't
like
want to
it-
go on Broadway.
Yeah.
I want to stay home and eat chips.
I want to stay home and eat chips.
It seemed like it really came out of a genuine moment.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did.
She was
It
just
did.
a little
That-
kid.
It was the cutest little video.
Right?
It was cute because it was so natural and like,
Yes.
yeah.
And she was like adorable. But I really don't get why they're bringing that back
Right.
now.
Because it was so popular at the time, people made T-shirts out of it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But like, leave it in the past when it was popular because now she's like a lot older and
Right,
That's true.
You only have so long to get away with these things.
Exactly. That's a really good point.
Well, I think we'll see that is the case once we see the dance, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nia has a solo inspired by Cookie on the show Empire.
An awesome character.
Yes.
Sea Lion.
A character that just won the Golden Globe.
Right. Congratulations.
So shout out
So
to
exciting, right?
That's
Yes.
cool.
Watch that show?
I do
very
not, but
excited.
congratulations anyway.
Should.
Okay.
It's a good show.
Okay. I will. Okay. And then the group number is Hungry Like the Wolves.
Rawr.
Because Abby wants to see more passion and
More
more
fight.
drive and more love. Is that
more
possible?
hunger.
I loved it.
That's right.
I thought after 6 seasons that they haven't, I almost was like, of course they should do a Wolfpack number.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They're a wolf pack.
It was just so cute.
Do you guys
It was.
have your like power face that you put on when you're going to auditions? Are you like, yes, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
And you have to do the.
Yeah. She's got the hand action.
Oh.
Got it. Yeah.
Got a little,
MJ's all ready though. Girlfriend's got it going on with these bangles. Oh my gosh. Girl, all you need to do is show up. Okay. And then she says life is about to change, dun dun dun, because the minis are coming in.
Oh, yes.
minis.
Oh, yeah. That was an interesting little change Abby threw in.
Yeah,
She's
like-
bringing in minis. which is like bringing in a whole other project, and all the moms
Believe
are like,
me, people, it is, because I have one.
You have a mini, you know.
I mean, good grief.
you have a teeny tiny.
I have a teeny tiny mini.
Yes.
But you know what? Abby has been doing this so often. Always
Right.
trying to bring in a new team to rile up the girls, get their energy going, get them competitive again. But at this point,
They're not.
they don't last. So
Exactly.
what's the point?
And the girls don't get riled up anyway. They're like,
And plus,
Wah,
like
wah,
she
wah.
said, the girls are getting older and moving on to their own projects. So now she's, I think JJ, you mentioned this last week, she's kind of getting like that empty nest syndrome type thing going on. Oh, my girls are growing up and they're
Exactly.
moving on. I need some more. I need some minis
You're
so I
probably
can.
right. Like the next generation.
well, I hope she
Right.
doesn't think
Whoa.
she's just going to have another Dance Mom 2 show.
Dance
Why
Mom
not?
minis.
I mean, Dance Mom minis up and coming.
Never know. Never know.
That probably is what she's thinking,
Could
because
be.
you know, I was thinking this week that the way that Maddie's really kind of moving forward, and like we mentioned, Kalani's getting older, is like, where does that leave Abby
That's
in
right.
5 years?
Exactly. So she could be getting the empty
Yeah.
nest syndrome, which is not a fun thing to have, but you know, she's always got something up her sleeve. So then there's a bunch of you know, bickering about Melissa and Holly, and they come up, and I thought it was so funny because they're bickering, and I'm like, okay, they're bickering again. I'm not even gonna write it down. And then it cuts to a commercial from Oprah, and she's just like this angel talking about weight loss and how it's points and how it's really just about you know, living a healthy lifestyle. And I was like, wow, that's so refreshing. I stared at the TV just like that.
Thank you, Oprah, for coming on and clearing the vibe. From
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
She made you feel zen.
She, yeah, it was like smelling coffee after you're like smelling like different colognes, like you know, like you refreshed, you
Back to
restart.
healthy
Restart.
thinking. Do you guys? It is interesting what advertisers choose to have commercials in between Dance Moms,
That's very true.
right?
Yeah, I guess that's why I was so surprised, because it's always stuff that's kind of Dance Mom-esque. It's not stuff like that. So I thought that was it was interesting. Okay, but then we cut to some really bad stuff, you guys. Yeah, we cut to the moms having a little scuffle, and Jill pulls out her phone, and apparently Abby has been going. She's in the news for bankruptcy. Dishonesty and bankruptcy. So apparently she filed bankruptcy, but she wasn't really bankrupt. She didn't report a full amount on her earnings, over $700,000. So legal drama. So what do you guys think of that?
And
Surprised?
facing up to 5 years.
5 years in prison.
That's basically all the girls being gone. Because after 5 years, she'd come back and there would be no team.
That's true.
yeah.
That's why she needs the minis. So they'll be there when she gets out.
I think, you know, it's par for the course with someone who's this successful and has multi levels to her business. I mean, she's got the studio in Pittsburgh, she's got the studio in LA now.
She should know better.
And I, like I said to you girls before we walked in here, it could have been that she had bad advice from her accountant or something, and that she wasn't actually consciously trying to skirt the law, or who knows?
I
Remains to be seen.
I think she was actually consciously trying to skirt the law because of her comment that said, everybody thinks I struck gold with this team and they're wrong. So, and I had heard from one of the moms that the girls didn't get paid as much as they thought that they should.
But I did hear that Abby was having financial issues back in the fall because she had an interview with Access Hollywood, and during the interview she was kind of griping about financial issues with the building that they have the studio in. I guess there was some agreement that wasn't being met, so it was actually costing her more money. And during the interview, she brought up previous financial issues, clearly not like everything playing out in tonight's episode, but it seems like maybe she just has a series of bad accounting or bad people giving her advice.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Well, I think like when you go to open a business like here in LA, like, I mean, it's going to be the real estate's through the roof. I mean, you're paying like high dollar anywhere. She's got a prime location right in Santa Monica. I mean,
huge square footage in that new ALDC LA.
Yeah, so she should have gotten with the architects and, you know, the financial people and got on that, you know, because that's not something that you can like just jump in and like figure it out later, because it can leave you in financial ruin if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know?
Excuse me. But I also think it's easy to get caught up in the hype of things. When they came to LA, either last season or the season before, to do the competitions, and she just fell in love with it. Oh, I want to live this life. I think it's so easy when you're such a high profile person and reality star to want to expand your network. So she probably got caught up, and before you know it, her money was gone.
And also, you know, it could be what they call like rich people problems, in that
What's that?
maybe I know.
Explain and elaborate.
Do you know what rich people problems are?
That must be worse than first world
Please
problems.
explain.
That must be worse than mama problems.
We all got problems. Now let's talk about Abby Lee's problems. Is that she might not be bankrupt or anywhere near financial ruin. She might have a ton of money in the bank. It might just be one of her investments is a little bit,
Which can
she
happen.
spent more than she meant to. Like, we don't know the degree to which
Right.
she's broke.
Yeah,
You know?
because
I mean-
it says that she didn't report $700,000, but she could have $2 billion sitting somewhere, and so that's like a drop in the bucket to her. You know,
Bankrupt doesn't actually mean you don't have money. It means that you're putting a hold on all of your accounts and
Right.
expenses so that you can reorganize.
You can't pay your debts.
I like the way you said it, Vivian.
Thank
I
you.
did my research for you guys.
Yeah, she's reorganizing her money at this point. But it was funny because they were playing this like tape back from Good Morning America, but I'm like, that's not the Good Morning America host voice.
Oh, I was thinking that too.
Right. That was
like
totally
Hoda
edited.
from the Today Show. Like, we're hosts, people. We watch this stuff.
Right. Can't pull a switcheroo on
Yeah, don't
us.
pull it. Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Right.
I mean, it's just a lot of editing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they called up, hey, Hoda, can you do a voiceover for me? Oh, boy. All right. So Abby isn't budging on any of the juicy gossip. Boo.
Nope.
Okay, so back in the studio, Nia's rehearsing her solo and some really cute purple pants. I really liked her pants. So at one point, I did. No, it was adorable. At one point, Abby gets out there and tries to do a little booty shape.
She does the little roll and the
she,
pop.
you got it, girl.
Right? Okay. I
I'd
just
like
had
to
to
see
show
more
the
of
little
Abby
pop.
dancing, by the way.
Right.
I really would. I don't know why
And she
doesn't
actually
dance
wasn't
more.
bad, right?
It wasn't bad. She had
Really?
the rhythm.
She had the pop.
She had the rhythm.
yeah,
It's
saw
like
the hips
booty pop,
move.
booty pop. But okay, so I have a couple questions. My first question is, so Nia doesn't want to twerk. And so Abby comes on saying, I can't make my students want to do better. So at what point does twerking get you higher points at a dance competition?
I was wondering the same
mean,
thing.
At no point. And that's not even a,
No point.
That's not a cookie move. Cookie doesn't twerk.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a stereotype, which is why Holly was not so
Yeah.
excited about the move also. And Nia was just like, no.
And I don't think
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a stretch to even have Nia playing Cookie, because Nia's got kind of a softer side, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I love that she had the opportunity because it's like personality, but that's not really Nia.
Exactly.
Like to twerk and
Yeah,
not-
I know.
That would be more of a JoJo. JoJo
Oh,
has
yeah.
personality for
Yeah.
a cookie.
JoJo.
She could be a blonde
definitely.
cookie.
And
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because we do see Nia in her like music world being this sassy little, but like JJ said, she is kind of, you know, soft spoken and calm. So
is.
it's kind of weird to be asking her to twerk for a competition when she's like basically begging for more mature and like advanced choreography every week. And
It's kind of like
Abby's-
imposing something on her that
right.
isn't really maybe meant for her.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but then, like, you know, you could take her video, Star in Your Own Life, and that really pushed the envelope. I mean, that didn't have twerking moves, but she was, like, at the ballet bar, like, shaking the booty. So after had seen that, I was kind of surprised that she didn't want to twerk. You know, because the move Abby did wasn't twerking. That was just a boom boom.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and twerking is like something that Miley Cyrus does, but I don't know.
I think it was just the word, because if she just did the movement
Yeah.
and never said
It was
that
the word, yeah.
Nia probably would have gone along with
That's
it.
a good point.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we solved that issue.
It was all about the word, people. You know, let's call it something else, like, you know,
Pop your
The
head.
pop.
the muffin top. Oh, not that she has a muffin. Oh, God. You guys, not that she has a muffin top. No.
But if she did, that's what she would be popping.
Insert foot in mouth and move on. Okay, so at Mackenzie's rehearsal, she can't remember the name of her dance, supposedly. There is a lot of bickering between Melissa and Abby. And then, yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to side with Mackenzie on this, because she was saying to Abby that it's not that she didn't remember the name of the dance. She was quoting her interview.
Yeah,
and she did quote it correctly, but that's not the exact words. Instead of saying home, Abby said couch. So she's looking at, you know, Mackenzie like, you can't get anything right. And Mackenzie's like, I did.
This was just the beginning of Abby picking on Mackenzie the entire episode.
Yeah.
The entire episode. I don't think Mackenzie did anything wrong. And I think it was a bad atmosphere for Mackenzie to be in. I really do. The whole episode.
But I like seeing Mackenzie, not only Melissa standing up for Mackenzie, but Mackenzie has been speaking out for herself now. She's not scared of Abby, so I like seeing that.
I think you're right.
Well, I mean, I like. I mean, in some ways, like, I do see her not pointing her feet, and I do see her ankles not stretched. So in some ways, like, from my dance background, I do see that. And at this point, you know, they shouldn't have to. Abby's right. She's like beating it with a stick. She shouldn't have to be like saying those types of direction. I feel like at this point, the kids are kind of like, you know, like they're there, you know, they're getting their paycheck. Like, I kind of feel like their heart really isn't there as it was in the past.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I felt that way a little this episode, and I wondered if it was because, did they have a break and just come back? Because this is the second episode. So presumably before the first episode, they had a
long break, yeah.
I felt like things were like a little slow to get going, kind of, in their dancing this week. I don't know. But I felt kind of a leg. Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how Mackenzie faked that being upset, but I really liked how Kalani like came to her rescue and was like, okay, you know how this goes. She's just being a jerk. We've been through this before. We'll be through it again. Like, I loved how she's kind of like, she's the older girl, so she's taking on that, like, you know, because she's just so beautiful, so talented, and she's nice. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
It's so cute when we see those tender moments between the girls together, especially since most moments with their moms are bickering and arguing. It's nice to see the difference.
It's the best. And it always seems really genuine.
Right. They're so
Between the
supportive
girls.
of one another.
You know?
And then Abby and Melissa go at it a little bit, and Abby says something really bad about Maddie. I don't know if you guys caught it, but she said, basically, you guys wouldn't be anywhere without me. Maddie wouldn't have been in the Sierra video. She wouldn't be filming a movie right now. They would have hired an actress who can act with perfect teeth.
I caught that.
Yeah.
I didn't even
I
catch
did.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She went there.
Yeah, she went there on her prized girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hashtag Petty Abby.
Yeah, that was despicable. Like,
Oh my God.
you don't talk about kids' ears like that, their teeth. Like, you just don't do that. It's just not.
Right.
It's very inappropriate.
Wow.
And it's just shocking to me to see. I mean, we all know Abby says these things, but now Maddie, of all people, you really know, like, she must have some internal conflicts going on to where she can attack even her favorite kids.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think she clearly has some internal conflicts going on.
yeah.
That could be what the show's called. Abby's internal conflicts.
Well, it's just horrible that
Right.
she would say that. So
Yeah,
anyway.
that was oof.
Shall we move on to the competition?
Yes!
All right, let's move on. Okay, so at the competition, they've got the rehearsed, they're like cheerleading team that they always have. And I love how the girls are so cool and they're like headphones, the Louis, like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the people rocking the Free Abby shirt.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was funny.
But it was just so staged because the girls supposedly don't even know what's going on. Abby hasn't spilled any of the beans, and all of a sudden these fans are wearing Free Abby shirts when supposedly her own girls don't even know what's going on. So
Right.
Do you think that the production staged the t-shirts?
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Handing them out.
yeah, here's your shirt. What size? Small, medium, large, right here.
So, just like we know they staged the clapping when the girls enter,
Right.
not that people wouldn't be excited to see them, but
But why would you clap for your competitors?
All the other
Right?
teams.
well, just the girls, people who show up that are fans to watch the ALDCLA. But I bet you there's fans out there who are there and that can tell us about the t-shirts. So
Please, if
just
you're
put that
watching,
out there.
if you're
Yeah.
watching, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Give us the inside scoop.
Okay, so behind the stage, Kendall is getting ready. So she has a makeup artist applying latex makeup on. She comes back. She's has like an old mask, like that, turning this gorgeous girl into not so pretty. Like she looks older, but it's clearly a latex type of mask with clearly a lot of makeup. You see the girls' reactions, which are very surprising. She's not happy about it. She starts to cry. Her mom's mad. What do you guys think? In the end, she gets to take off the latex and wear her pretty face. So what do you guys think? Should she have left the latex on? Was it okay to take it off?
I thought it was a very immature move on Kendall's part to be whining about makeup. You're a dancer. You're supposed to perform. No matter
Exactly.
what's on your face. And all the girls at some point have experienced, a costume they may not have loved or makeup that may not have been the best, but you're playing a role for this dance. Play the role. And it was kind of supposed to be something to propel her acting performance because she's always just the pretty girl, Kendall. And they want more.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you. I'll tell you why. I think you had a good point. I mean, you're like, be professional. I feel like it hit her on like a visceral level, like she couldn't even control. She just felt really ugly and embarrassed. She's like, oh my God, I'm so, like, I just felt, especially with a younger person, I think I remember that happening to me when I was younger, like my mom making me wear my hair a certain way, and I was just like, I hate it. I can't get it off me. I'm so embarrassed.
That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way. So I think that's understandable. But I think I'm kind of going to agree with Viv a little bit more, only because...
Oh, you just go agree with her.
I just feel like you said, the makeup would have added to the performance. It would have made it more dynamic. And I actually didn't really think it was that bad. But then again, I'm not a 12, 13-year-old girl doing it, so...
Well, ever since they put JoJo in Blood portraying Carrie from the Stephen King movie,
Right.
It doesn't get any worse than that. I mean, blood literally everywhere. Nia's worn some ugly
Masks,
stuff.
yeah.
She's definitely had some uglier type costumes. So I felt like it would have pushed her beyond what they were wanting, and you could tell in her performance, like, I don't know, she wasn't being herself, I feel like. But it's double standards, like the other girls have had to do it, so she should have to do it too. And a lot of times when you have to step out of your comfort zone and like force yourself to do something, that's when you grow,
That's true.
All of the the amazing moments they're painful, but you grow. You don't grow from the easy times. You don't grow from winning all the time. You grow from losing. You grow from putting a latex mask on and going out there and doing your job, what you need to do, what you're getting paid to do. So
Absolutely.
Good point.
that's my opinion.
I agree.
Okay.
Are we talking about her dance while we're at it?
Sure.
Oh no, we're just in the
It
dressing
doesn't
room
matter.
still.
Yeah.
Performances?
Yeah, let's go on. Yeah, let's talk about the performances now. We ready? Okay.
We're ready.
Mackenzie.
Maxi?
Yeah, Maxi, what'd you guys think of that?
I actually really liked it, but then I remembered, she's 11. And then I was like, oh, well.
She's not a mini anymore.
Yeah, she's not a mini. She's so cute, and I loved her energy. I thought this was one of her better performances as an actress because she was giving tons of energy and great facial expressions. Her technique, though, wasn't always there.
That's because she had terrible choreography. This number drove me crazy. Didn't you guys feel like you never saw her face? I felt like
I feel like it was very fast, very rushed.
And it was like, now I'm navigating the couch. Now I'm on the floor. Now I have to go back on the couch.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I was like, oh, we got a couple tweets this week saying that the number was too fast and people didn't like the choreography. And I'm totally in alignment with that. I think she got shafted.
Yeah. I just feel like it was a little too young for her. And I do understand, like Candice was saying, her technique might not be there. Her lines may not be at the level they need to be at this age. But no more pigtail cutesy stuff, please.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And don't show up to a competition in pajamas. Like, you show up for the job that you want, not the job that you have, and that means not wearing pajamas out on stage. Like, you need to dress up, you need to do your best. She needs a different hairdo. She did her signature back walkover type
Side.
thigh,
Which are amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing, but how many times have we seen them? You know, show us something else. It was way too fast. I didn't like it.
And to Mackenzie's credit, she did tell Abby that she thought it was too young for her too.
I loved that. She was like, well, the way she said it, she's like, well, I just think that this number was too young for me. It's actually what I think. Or something like that. She's going there. Like you said, I mean, she really, there's something really honest about her. Like, it's going to be really interesting to see her blossom a little bit. Even just, who are you?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Plus, who's going to get, like, she pulls her chips out at the end. Like, who's going to get that unless they've followed the show for years? Like, they're not, like, okay, she's back to being a 6-year-old eating chips on the couch.
Right.
So it just didn't make any sense. I thought she did, like, use the couch well. The judges, so we had live critiques, and the judge was like, your ankles are soft. And right then I was like, oh boy, she's really gonna get it from Abby. But you know, if you're 11, your ankles should not be soft. Like, you should be, you know, flexing, pointing, hyperextending almost, lengthening, everything.
I don't know that I know what soft ankles are. I mean, I can imagine what wobbliness and
I think, like, if this is, like, her soft ankles, I think, like, this is her, like, executing it, like, with energy, throwing
energy.
And notice all of
precision.
Candice's bling while she's doing this.
Thank you.
Just so much sparkle.
I gotta dress up for the fans, you know. Thank you. So did I explain that?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I didn't know if it's not like sickling, you know, it's sickling, it's not pointing, but
it's like,
just like energy and extension through your ankle.
It's like if you see a ballerina perform, like in the Nutcracker, you're like, oh my gosh, her lines are amazing, she's got to be like 6 feet tall, and you meet her, and she's like this big. That's like stretching beyond what you think you can stretch, like really stretch
that
your
makes
limbs.
me want to sit up straight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sit up straight, but I still look like I'm 2 feet tall.
Your chair is down. Your chair is falling. Look at you
I'm
in
all
here.
the way up, guys.
You're like a shrimpus.
I just have a short torso.
Don't go,
Oh, wait, let me get a little higher.
We're gonna get you a pillow next week.
Chair.
You're gonna disappear.
That's why you guys can't see, but I have these crazy high boots on.
Show them off.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna do.
Oh, wow. Those are kinky boots right there.
Boots right there.
Cute. Very cute,
Wow.
Vivian.
Those are cute.
Because in real life, I'm a midget. That's okay.
How tall are you?
I'm hoping for 5'5".
Oh, no, that's not a midget.
Yeah,
That might
not
be a
at all.
stretch.
So Abby was not happy with the solos at all. So she's, you know, was swinging around her negativity. Bryns Mom pops up backstage. The girls are getting ready for their group number, and she says, Jill, do you think this costume will make Kendall feel dumb? And I'm like, that was just rude. Because I was like starting to like Bryns Mom, Ashley. I was like, I hadn't heard from her much.
I think that's why.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's why we like her.
It seemed really mean.
Yeah.
I know, that was a weird moment. I think they put her up to it. The
Never know.
producers.
yeah. Well, Jill took it like a champ. She was like, well, she's not going to be out there on stage by herself.
Alone by herself.
Yeah.
That was the greatest comeback.
Yeah.
Because it was like this subtle, like your daughter's gonna be out there too.
Yeah.
Or I guess
Yeah.
was Bryn out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if
I just
she
have
had like a
question.
glass of vino beforehand, Jill, and she was just calm, and she's like, well, she ain't gonna be out there by herself.
I loved it. It was funny.
I mean, it was good. It was pretty funny. So then the group comes on, Hungry Like the Wolves. Fantastic.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
Oh, Kendall slipped though, but that's okay.
Right, she
Right.
did.
Oh, right at the beginning.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It was so great.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I loved the growling at the end.
Yes.
Yes, and then how, who was it at the top who was like
Kalani.
Kalani, how she was
Kalani.
manipulating everyone?
Yeah.
I was like,
So cute. I love the costume. I love the choreography. I felt like it was like much more LA type choreography, which I really want to see more of. I felt like there was a little bit of spacing at the beginning that the girls were off. Kalani looked so hot, and a couple of her solo little moves. I was like,
love how the
oh.
little breakout solo moves
Yeah.
would happen.
Yeah, she's just like leap and stretch and crazy stuff. Amazing.
and you could tell that they loved the They loved what they
were
dancing.
excited about it.
Yeah.
They were excited. They were energetic, and it was genuine.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those examples of a number where the music, the costumes, and the
just
choreography
everything
came together.
clicked.
It's got to be all three.
It just aligned, and it was something different too. So I think that they were like excited about that. The live critique comes on the judges, and he immediately says, well, somebody had a little fall in the beginning, so watch that. I didn't agree with that. I don't think you should have said that. Like, obviously she knows she fell.
He had to make sure everybody knew someone fell.
Yeah, and she obviously feels bad about it, so don't point it out to this
Cut to her
kid.
going,
Yeah, exactly. You know
Yeah.
that
It's
she's gonna
obvious.
get deducted
she already
points.
feels
Like,
awful. Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing number. Like no negative Nelly.
Right.
You tell him, Mom.
Now, what did you guys think? I just wanted to know about the end, just really quick to shoot to the end, when they announced the winners and Nia wasn't given the solo, even though she got second. And I was upset about that. I feel like she can't catch a break.
That was lame
Goodness.
because
true.
Abby didn't say whoever wins by points. So I just figured
Right.
Nia placed the
There's
highest.
always
Yeah.
like a
It
little
really
hidden
seemed
clause
like
with Abby.
Nia. Yeah, that was a shifty maneuver.
Yeah. Well, Mackenzie got fourth. Kendall got third. Then in the teen solos, Nia placed second with her cookie number, and then overall they lost. They did not win. And so that was not cool that Nia should have gotten that solo.
And we
But
really
one thing
didn't.
to take into account too is we don't know how many numbers there were in each category.
That's
so
true.
if Nia's number 2 out of 3 teens and Kendall's number 3 out of like 15 girls, it is a little bit different. So that's where I can see points being looked at more
That's
so
true.
than standing.
You don't know all the details.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh well. But the mini team is coming, people.
The minis.
The minis are coming. The minis are coming.
You gotta watch out. Watch out for those 6-year-olds. They might be taking your spot.
You know what? This is going to be kind of cool, though, to
Yeah.
see
I'm
little
excited.
6, 7, 8-year-old dancers.
This
Yeah.
reminds me of when Vivian was in the group for a little bit.
And
then-
Asia.
And Asia.
Asia.
And Asia came in with
Yeah.
a firecracker.
So cute.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a couple of those.
It'd be fun.
And then Holly ends the episode with a very supportive statement. We just want you to know that we're there for you if you want to talk about it. And Abby says, well, don't blink because you might be with me. Basically saying like the moms could be going to jail with her. Well, I don't know what they have to do with her bankruptcy. But that was
She
just...
needs
Abby.
to go to therapy.
Yeah, she does.
Seriously.
Yeah. She does. When
Then
I...
there'd be no more show, but she
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
in Abby's therapy. There's couples therapy.
Oh, that could be a new show.
Abby therapy.
Spin-off.
Yeah.
Maybe Abby will go to one of the celebrity,
Got you lifetime.
many celebrity therapy type things.
Right.
Okay. So, do we have any predictions?
Wait, I have news and gossip.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we're coming to
We ran
that.
out of time.
Oh, okay. Let's go to news and gossip. We've got our gossip girl, Vivian.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Yes. So we have some great news and gossip. First off, Maddie won an award last week. We didn't know about it because we were doing our show at the same time, but she won the People's Choice Award for Seriously Popular. So congrats to her. There were a lot of
Maddie.
big people in that category with her, and she won. She was actually wearing another Lifetime Reality Stars Designs product runway alum, Michael Costello. Probably going to watch the after show for that one too. Just a little plug. And then also, Rosie O'Donnell is thinking of a musical where she plays Abby. Yes.
No way.
Well.
That's awesome.
Someone went onto her website and wanted to know if she watched Dance Moms, and she said, well, I would play Abby in the musical, and Kristen Chenoweth would play Melissa.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Gold.
She's a perfect Melissa.
Wow.
How cute.
Literally,
Hair extensions and all.
that would be perfect.
But you're
There are some
fabulous.
serious hair extensions.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also all the girls are making the rounds in the magazines. Nia was in 17. It's coming out in February. The feature is called Style on Point. So look out for that.
Ooh.
And all the girls are also preparing for the Kids' Choice Awards.
All right.
So you get to nominate people for different awards. And of course, they're all going for Favorite Dancer. Chloe from a previous season has won that award before, so they're all going for it too. And then last but not least, JoJo has a new puppy, and its Instagram page is already blowing up.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys, we have to wrap up. Thank you so much, Vivian, for that awesome gossip. We will see you next week. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
We love you.
See you soon.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.